Hello students, in today's class we will discuss about electrochemistry. So first of all, we have to know what is the meaning of electrochemistry. The electrochemistry word is composed of two words, that is electro plus chemistry. So what does it means? Electro word refers to electricity, or we can say electrical energy. Electrical energy. So we can say electrochemistry is the branch of chemistry in which we study the conversion of chemical energy into electrical energy as well as the electrical energy into chemical energy. So we all know that electrical energy electrical energy can be converted into chemical energy. Chemical energy and chemical energy can also convert into electrical energy. So electrochemistry is the branch of that chemistry in which we study these conversions, means conversion of electrical energy into chemical energy as well as chemical energy into electrical energy. And these conversions actually proceed in some cells. So these type of cells and these cell reactions are also we have to study in this topic, that is electrochemistry. So first of all, we should know that how electrical energy gets converted into chemical energy or chemical energy gets converted into electrical energy. So for these conversions, we have to use some specific type of cells. For example, the cells in which chemical energy gets converted into electrical energy, these type of cells are called as galvanic cell. Galvanic cell, or we can say volta cell. So galvanic cell or volta cell are that cell in which chemical energy gets converted into electrical energy. And the another type of cells are known as electrolytic cell. Electrolytic cells. In electrolytic cells, electrical energy gets converted into chemical energy. So we can divide this chapter into two parts. In first part, we will study the chemical energy conversion into electrical energy. Means in first part, we will study the galvanic cell and the cell reactions which occurs in the galvanic cell. In second part of this chapter, we will study the conversion of electrical energy into chemical energy, means electrolytic cell. So we are dividing this chapter into two parts. So let's start the first part of this chapter, that is conversion of chemical energy into electrical energy, means the galvanic cell. So first of all, we have to know what is the meaning of galvanic cell and what is the construction of galvanic cell as well as what is the working of galvanic cell. So let's start galvanic cell. Actually, galvanic cell is also called as volta cell. Volta cell. So to understand galvanic cell or volta cell, first of all, we have to understand the construction of this cell. Let's say we have a beaker or we have a vessel. In this vessel, we have to fill zinc sulfate solution. Zinc sulfate solution. In this zinc sulfate solution, there is a rod or there is a plate of zinc is present. So a zinc plate, or you can say zinc rod, or you can say zinc plate is dipped in zinc sulfate solution. There is another vessel which is filled with copper sulfate solution. So that is copper sulfate solution. In this copper sulfate solution, there is a plate of copper or rod of copper is present. So a copper rod is dipped in this copper sulfate solution. Copper rod. Now we have to connect both plates or both rods with the help of a wire, and in this wire there is a galvanometer present and a bulb we have to connect to just check or visualize the electricity. Okay, and there is also U-shaped glass tube is present in both beakers, means both beakers are connected through a U-shaped glass tube. The opening of this glass tube is closed with cotton plugs. So there are cotton plugs present. Cotton plug. And this U-shaped glass tube is filled with KCl in agar-agar gel. So that is KCl, potassium chloride, in agar-agar gel. That is present in this U-shaped glass tube. So that U-shaped glass tube filled with KCl in agar-agar gel, whose opening are closed by a cotton plug and which is internally connected these both half cells or these vessels. This type of glass U-shaped tube is known as salt bridge. So basically we can say that is salt bridge. So this U-shaped glass tube is called as salt bridge. When we set up this all system, then there are some observations which we can observe. So what are the observations? We can observe, there are some observations. First observation is, as well as we set up this system, then what happened? Then the needle of galvanometer bent towards zinc rod, means the galvanometer needle bent toward zinc plate, and the bulb glows. Bulb start to glow, and after that, after some time, we can also observe that the zinc rod become thin and the copper rod become thick. Copper rod become thick. So we can say zinc rod become thin and copper rod become thick. What are the conclusion of these observations? First conclusion, we can observe that bulb is glowing. What does it mean? It means simply electricity is producing. We have not connected any battery or any electricity system with this, correct? So from where electricity is generated, simply we can say there are some chemicals and these chemicals are producing electricity. So we can say we have set up a cell. In this cell, chemical energy gets converted into electrical energy. Second observation is that the needle of galvanometer bent towards zinc rod. What does it mean? Actually, our galvanometer needle shows the direction of electricity. Every time galvanometer needle bent towards in the direction of electricity, it means direction of electricity is from copper rod to zinc rod. So from this observation we can conclude that the direction of electron will be from zinc rod to copper rod. So our second conclusion. Our second conclusion is that the electron direction is from zinc to copper. Now what is the reason behind that the zinc rod become thin and the copper rod become thick? How it is possible? So let's see. Actually, first of all, we have to understand how electricity is producing in this galvanic cell. Electricity is producing means somewhat electrons are generated and electrons are flowing. So from where these electrons are coming? First of all, understand this. Actually, what happened in this cell, the zinc rod, means zinc solid, gets converted into Zn plus 2 ions by releasing 2 electrons. Means this zinc plate gets converted into Zn plus 2 ions by releasing 2 electrons. And these zinc ions, we all know that zinc ions, as well as they form, they will go in this solution. So we can say that the zinc solid gets converted into Zn plus 2 aqueous, and these Zn plus 2 aqueous ions goes into ZnSO4 solution. What does it mean? It means simply we can say that the zinc rod become corrode. Means zinc rod, there is oxidation of zinc happening. Zinc rod oxidized. Okay. Second thing is why copper rod become thick. What is the reason behind it? Let's see. The electrons from zinc rod travels through this wire, through this copper plate into this solution. In this solution, already copper sulfate is present, and we can say already Cu plus 2 ions are present in this solution. In copper sulfate solution, we can say Cu plus 2 ions are present. So these Cu plus 2 ions will gain these 2 electrons and gets converted into Cu solid. And this Cu solid will deposit on this copper rod. So we can say why zinc rod become thin, because the zinc of this zinc solid gets converted into Zn plus 2 ion, and slowly this Zn plus 2 ion goes into the solution. So we can say the zinc rod become thin. But the copper ion from this solution gets converted into copper solid, and this all copper solid get deposited on this copper plate. That's why copper plate become thick. Now we can say one plate is donating the electron and second plate is gaining the electron, means there is movement of electron. Due to this movement of electron, we can say yes, electricity, it proves that electricity is generating here. So means our cell is working. So what does it mean? There is a redox reaction, where is the redox reaction? Zn gets converted into Zn plus 2 and Cu plus 2 gets converted into Cu. So that is called oxidation. When Zn gets converted into Zn plus 2, that is called oxidation. Means if any species losing the electron, we say it is oxidation. So because zinc is donating the electron, that's why it is called oxidation. If any species gaining the electron, it means it is a reduction. So we can say Cu plus 2 because gaining the electron, that's why it means it is the example of reduction. So at this electrode we are saying oxidation occurs, at this electrode we are saying reduction occurs. Means reduction occurs at copper electrode, and at zinc electrode oxidation occurs. So we all know the electrode at which oxidation takes place, that electrode is known as anode. So our zinc rod dipped in ZnSO4 solution worked as an anode, and the electrode at which reduction takes place, that is called as a cathode. So copper rod dipped in copper sulfate solution is working as a cathode. So that is our cathode. So we have complete our cell. In this cell, one is anode and second one is cathode. Zinc rod is working as a anode, and that copper setup is working as a cathode. Now we can make the net cell reaction. How? So what is the anode reaction? That is the anode reaction. Anode reaction means the reaction which take place at anode, and the cathode reaction is the reaction which take place at cathode. So what is happening at anode? Zinc gets converted into Zn plus 2 by donating the 2 electron. So that is called anode reaction. And what's happening at cathode? So Cu plus 2 ion from the copper sulfate solution gaining the 2 electron and gets converted into Cu solid. So that is the cathode reaction. When we add both reactions, cathode reaction as well as anode reaction, so that is our net cell reaction. So just start to write net cell reaction. How we can write down the net cell reaction? We have to add Cu plus 2 electron gets converted into Cu solid. So that is anode reaction, that is cathode reaction. And if we add both reaction, 2 electron will be cancelled out from 2 electron, then our net cell reaction is Zn solid plus Cu plus 2 aqueous gets converted into Zn plus 2 aqueous plus Cu solid. So that is our net cell reaction. So that is our net cell reaction. So what is the charge on this anode? The charge is negative, and at that cathode the charge is positive. So the main question which arises that why electron travel from zinc to copper? Why electron are not traveling from copper to zinc? What is the reason behind it? Yes, you can understand that the reactivity of zinc is more than copper. That's why when we connect both as two electrodes, then zinc will donate the electron and copper is gaining that electrons. But if you are in 9th class or 10th class, then it's okay. But if you are studying in higher classes, then you have to understand the fundamental behind the reactivity. Why some metals are more reactive and why some metals are less reactive. So the answer of this question is in a term that is called as electrode potential. So we have to understand the term that is called electrode potential. If we understand the term electrode potential, then we can easily give the answer that why some metals are more reactive and why some metals are less reactive. Let's see what is electrode potential. So first of all, these are two electrodes, that is zinc rod dipped in ZnSO4 solution as well as copper rod dipped in copper sulfate solution. They are two electrodes, zinc electrode, copper electrode. Means if we dip any metal in metal solution, then it become a electrode. It become an electrode, and if we connect two electrodes, then we can make a galvanic cell. So first of all, we have to know what is the electrode potential. What is the meaning of potential? What is the dictionary meaning of potential? The dictionary meaning of potential is ability. Dictionary meaning of potential is ability, or we can say capacity, tendency. That is the dictionary meaning of potential. So what is the electrode potential? Electrode potential is simply, we can say, the ability of electrode. Now what is the meaning of ability of electrode? Let's see. What is the function of electrode? Electrode either donate the electron or gain the electron. So simply we can say electrode potential is just the ability of an electrode to donate electron or to gain electron. So electrode potential simply is the ability of an electrode either to donate electron or to gain electron. So we can say electrode potential may be of two types. First is ability to donate electron and second one is ability to gain electron. Let's see. We can say electrode potential may be of two types. First one is oxidation potential and second one is reduction potential. Oxidation potential and reduction potential. What does it mean, oxidation potential? Oxidation potential of an electrode means its ability to oxidize itself. So we can say oxidation potential means ability of electrode to oxidize itself. I'm saying oxidize itself. Oxidize itself means ability to lose the electron or to donate the electron. Ability to donate the electron. Ability to donate the electron. And what does meaning of reduction potential? So reduction potential means ability of electrode to reduce itself. To reduce itself. Reduce itself. What does it mean? Reduce itself means ability of an electrode to gain the electron. To gain the electron. Okay, let's see. Suppose we have two electrodes. Suppose we have two electrodes, that it is the first electron and this is our second electrode. We have two electrodes, first electrode and second electrode. Let's see, if I am saying the reduction potential of this electrode at a particular temperature is higher than this electrode at same temperature. What does it mean? It means if its reduction potential is higher, it means its ability to reduce itself or to gain electron is higher. It means its ability to reduce itself, means to gaining the electron is higher compared to this electrode. It means this electrode will donate electron and this will gain electron. Simply, so we can say the electron travels from low SRP electrode to high SRP electrode. Now, what does it mean by why I'm writing like here? S stands for standard. What is the standard? Standard conditions. We are taking some standard conditions. For example, in vessel, if we are taking 1 molar concentration of electrolyte, like if we are taking 1 molar ZnSO4, 1 molar CuSO4, if we are using a gaseous electrode, then 1 bar 1 atmosphere pressure we are using for gas. So like these standard conditions, if we are using, then the oxidation potential of particular electrode become standard oxidation potential, and reduction potential of a particular electrode become standard reduction potential. That's why we are using the term standard. Okay, so electron always travels from low SRP to high SRP. Correct? Now, what is SOP? If we are saying the SOP in terms of SOP, suppose I am saying SOP of this electrode is more, SOP of this electrode is more, and SOP of this electrode is less. What does it mean? It means its SOP is more. It means its ability to oxidize itself is more. It means its ability to donate electron is more. So it will donate the electron and it will gain the electron. So if we are taking the term SOP, then we can say electron moves from high SOP to low SOP. Actually, SRP and SOP, both terms are opposite to each other, as like oxidation in and reduction. So when we are talking and when we are discussing about this SOP, SRP, electrode potential, then we have to remember one thing, then we have to concentrate only on one term. We have to focus only on one term, either SRP or SOP. We should not change, because if you change, then you will become confused. That's why in NCRT, the whole NCRT is taking the SRP, SRP, SRP. That's why we will also taking this SRP. So we can say electron move from low SRP to high SRP. If he is giving the question about SOP, then you can opposite the things. For example, if he is asking the electron move from high SOP to low SOP or low SOP to high SOP. So you can say because low SRP to high SRP, it means high SOP to low SOP, opposite things. And a particular electrode have magnitude wise similar SOP as well as SRP, means the value of magnitude of SOP and SRP for a particular electrode is always equal, just sign are opposite. For example, if I am saying that SRP of copper, if I am saying like that, SRP yani standard reduction potential of copper, Cu plus 2 gets converted into Cu, is 0.34 volt, positive 0.34 volt. So we can say SOP of copper will be minus 0.34 volt. Okay, so what we are getting in whole discussion, that why are some metals donate electron easily? Because it depend upon their electrode potential. If there are two electrodes, first electrode is A and second electrode is B. The electrode A have SRP plus 0.25 volt and B has a SRP plus 0.75 volt. So if we connect both electrode and we form a galvanic cell, then obviously electron will move from low SRP to high SRP. Which one is low? Yes, A have low SRP. So electron will move from A to B. So the electrode A become here anode and B will become cathode. A is negatively charged and B will be positively charged. At A there will be oxidation take place and at B there will be reduction take place. So if we are taking the case of zinc and copper galvanic cell, then obviously we can say because electrons are moving from zinc to copper, it simply means the SRP, standard reduction potential of zinc, is more than copper. If we are taking any other electrodes, then from where electron, what is the direction of electron? Simply it will be depend on the SRP or SOP of that electrode. Electrode always move from low SRP to high SRP. Thank you.